Well, I got a few strategies you can try. Let's talk a little bit about what I do. I have seen that New Year's resolutions do not work for me. I focus mostly in on creating goals. I was taught this a long time ago from my father, who taught me 5 ways you can excel your life. You want to grow in all these areas to be balanced. You want to grow spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially, and physically. Every day, you have to set goals around those 5 areas so you can progress and move forward in where you're trying to be in your business, but also in your life. I recently changed how I thought about my goal setting, and I think it has really started to produce rapid transformation in all areas of my life, from my business to my family life. And hopefully I can share these with you today, and that will help you in your goals. First, imagine who you want to become. That's right. Leonard Sweat said, "The future is not something we enter, the future is something we imagine." I just think about my kids. They have an active imagination, right? They understand what they want to do. They think about finding monsters or being on stages with their favorite artists, singing with them on stage, the audience sound and talking to them. And that is how they see the world, right? And sometimes as we get older, our imagination has declined. That skill and understanding how we imagine things has declined over time. And the goal here is to make sure you develop that in your older age. And one way you do that is to continue to develop and do it more often. So take time to stand out and realize what you want to do for the future. Think about your future plans. Understand where you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years. What I like to do is journal and kind of write down all the different things that I see myself doing in the next 3 to 5 years. These are ideas give me inspiration to who I can become. Imagine what kind of house you live in, what kind of cars you drive are okay, but you definitely want to think about the person you are. Like, what are you doing? Are you speaking on stage? Are you writing your book, right? Are you speaking to executives of state? These are some of the things you can imagine with your mind, and you can play with it, right? Have fun. And guess what the secret is? The more clear that you can see this person that you become, the easier and easier you will become that person. It becomes more alive in your imagination. The more you see things in your mind, more reality it becomes. And this is one of the things that I like to do, is understanding, where are the different areas that I can improve upon, and consistently writing that out and have fun with it. Think like a kid again, right? So that you can be imaginative and figure out where the next steps you can be when it comes to where you want your goals to go. The next step, you want to commit. This is so key. Commitment starts with everything. I saw recently a sign at a breakfast restaurant that said, "The chicken is involved, but the pig is committed." So take a step back and you think about that. That chicken definitely had some involvement, but the pig is the one that made the most commitment, and the most memorable commitment, if you think about that. So while this can be somewhat funny, it did make me think about the truth of that statement. A lot of times people just don't commit enough into their goals and what they want to achieve in life. I think the biggest changes that happened in my life were when I fully committed to a course of action. For instance, I can remember when I decided to go full time into my goals of building my own business. I left my cushy 6-figure job to go out there into the unknown. And this was back in 2020 during the pandemic, when we were struggling with understanding what was going to happen to jobs. But I felt that this is the right path for me. And once I committed, imagination opened my eyes to new opportunities that I never saw before. Peter Drucker has said, "Unless commitment is made, there are only promises and hopes, but no plans." So once you have imagined that future person that you want to become, you want to understand and write all that down into a list of different actions and behaviors that you will get you there. And what I usually do is, once I have all those listed out, then I kind of work backwards to figure out how I can get to those state points. And the easy strategy is to kind of take those items, it could be hundreds of things on those items, and pick 3. Write down 3 simple things that you can move the needle toward the future self. And those 3 items, those are the things that you work on and stay committed to doing for the next 3 months. Simple. 3 items, 3 months. Over 90 days. This is how you kind of help improve and make that commitment to where you want to go. After the next 90 days, then you want to reevaluate and then create a new list. Take 3 more items from your entire list and go forward with your next 90 days. I've seen that work wonders for me in certain goals I've worked on and tried multiple times. Commitment is about doing the work consistently, day in and day out, regardless of how you feel and about situations. This is something that I've seen over and over again. That's why my team and I, we have quarterly goals, we have yearly goals, but really those quarterly goals are just enough time so you can stay committed and focused on what you're trying to achieve. Finally, the last one is to learn to remove. That's right. This is an interesting way to think about it, but in order to have space to become that future person and to make the commitment to all the actions it will take to get there, you will need to learn to actually remove certain behaviors and actions that you're doing now in order to become that future person. This is something I've just really opened my mind up to understand that when I realized it's almost like having a backpack. If your backpack is too heavy, you can't go as far. You start making it lighter, you can go a lot further than you have before. And another way to think about it is the pruning process, right? Think about this when you have plants. This is a process when individual branches are cut selectively. Pruning simulates growth if it is done correctly. There are small nodes or regions along each plant that structure that contain growth hormones, and if pruned directly, you will see and stimulate those hormones, those growth hormones, so that now you will see stronger growth than before. So sometimes pruning, cutting off things in biology can happen in life. Likewise, removal is a key aspect in life to just promote any type of new growth. So as you set your 90-day goals, I suggest you select one stop doing goal, or what I call the anti-goal. And that is for you to stop doing one thing in the next 90 days. This could be a behavior or action, or heck, even people who don't serve where you see your future self going. This is something I started to do more and more of, right? So I can understand. In a lot of ways, one key thing I realized is the best way to remove actions is by delegating. So yes, things need to be done, but maybe you're not the right person to do it. And sometimes it's best to find that person that can do it for you so that you're not involved in it. Like typically I used to do all the invoicing and all that for my company, but I passed it on to a who that I can trust that can do that for me, and that's freed up so much more time. So sometimes it's just as much powerful if you remove things to get things forward in your goals. This remove process can unfortunately be painful, especially if it deals with people, because sometimes people can be a little messy. But if you have the courage, you can overcome it, right? And you can move forward in the direction. These are some of the key things that I've seen over and over again as I've kind of built my company. As you scale up, you have to start removing things so you can get lighter and lighter, because guess what? The lighter you are, the more you float up into your goals and where you're trying to go. So if you want to make the future possible for your medical practice or clinic, imagine the future you want. Commit to it in the next 90 days and then learn to remove actions that are slowing you down. I guarantee you will see that growth that you always achieved and thought about happening a lot faster than you ever could believe, and achieve all the goals that you have in your life. So let me know in the comments below if these tips help you in your medical practice this year. Also, always subscribe so you don't miss any valuable healthcare business tips as we all navigate this new normal together.